What's the hubbub? I guess I'm supposed to defend not glazing Spider-Man. Let's take a look at what Mr. Phenom, a Restore SnyderVerse channel YouTuber, said about the hubbub.
Well. Major glazing yet trash Spider-Man but praised Supergirl to be great when she eats poo and the writing was horrific. Also, you gotta use me and others in all thumbnails and videos to get engagement, and every time this movie hubbub drops a video, this guy comments on all my videos. Why is that? Can you guess? Notice how the last two videos had no mention of me, Snyder, Aaron Harsh, or 4KO and was strictly DCU talk and got 703 views for both videos combined, since we're talking views like you try to do. One thing about me is I stay in my own lane. I'm a laid-back person, but I can quickly lean forward if need be. Grr, stop mentioning me, or my villain arc will rise up a level. Wah.
Let it be known that what he does is sensationalize whatever supports Zack Snyder and disses James Gunn, period. Mr. Phenom, the guy who makes a handwritten DCU cardboard sign to punch, once taken serious? Sorry, bro, but if you want to spend your time garnering up views and subs from a certain crowd and gaslighting fans of an active DC-verse, you've got to expect some will disagree with you.
That's copium. You're not brave. Snyder fans are brave.
Now don't get a paper cut on your man-child activities. That cardboard looks kind of thick. Don't hurt yourself simping for Snyder, mate. Literally, if Clayface and Lanterns are good and do well, he's going to make up excuses to take away from Gunn's involvement. I mean, you are kind of soulless if you watch Aaron Pierre talk about playing Jon Stewart and don't take some DC fan pride in that.
So why is this character so special to you?
I mean, I think this character is so celebrated and championed and beloved internationally. But speaking specifically about why I would choose Jon, I think, you know, the list for that is not exhaustive. But I would say the first things that come to mind is I love how his complexity is detailed. I love how he has arguably seemingly juxtaposed things coexisting in one individual. To me, that is something that is very tangible and relatable in a tangible way as humans.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm biased as he's my favorite Green Lantern, but the buzz is we are getting an exceptional show. Instead of celebrating this, people like Mr. Phenom are downplaying the significance. Shoot, they could be talking about how important it is to see a positive black superhero and the tone of a detective show giving the DCU more diversity and complexity, proving to not be a simple one-note tone. Just as Clayface enters the horror genre and sets itself apart in the DCU. But no, you can't do that as the Snyder base will condemn you. When it's Supergirl not doing well at the box office, suddenly you'd think Gunn wrote, directed, and even starred in it, which it was directed by Craig Gillespie, and I'll say I super enjoyed it. Those who watch the movie tend to like it. There was a suppressed viewership from anti-woke influencers like Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker. This wasn't Nolan, this was Gillespie. He wasn't overcoming the influencer far-right hatred. Reaction videos are a staple of YouTube, so if you're putting out propaganda I disagree with, I'll say why, as I support the active DC-verse. That doesn't mean I won't be covering other DCU topics. It's just a part of what I discuss. The idea that every video of mine is an algorithm grab looking to only garner views is ridiculous. If it was only about immediate clicks and views, I would have designed a Snyder Bro hate on Gunn channel. They have a ceiling but a motivated cult base. There is no Gunn cult because we have an active DC verse. There's no need for one. I wouldn't take the time to contrast the Denzel Washington movie Fallen or talk Thunderbolts, such as the Void in depth compared to Jean Grey being an antagonist in Spider-Man Brand New Day. If it was strictly set up a new channel for quick subs and views, I'd have made a Snyder Bro channel. Quite frankly, that's a pretty centralized cult of fans who seek out any channels that are full-time hating on James Gunn and glazing, plus making up fake news on Zack Snyder, such as having a return to restore his DCEU. You see many of the same cross-channel commenters in various Snyder Bro channels spouting their propaganda. They collectively show up and watch videos specific to Gunn and Snyder dynamic. Mr. Phenom hates to admit it, but that's the truth, and he's scared to react to the truth, it seems. He wants to talk about which videos get views and which don't. Well, he can look at his own channel. If he's not on the Snyder and Gunn talk, he doesn't get views. There is little interest on his channel if he's not rage-baiting Gunn and Snyder. Admit what you are, mate. Shoot, I've said before, it's usually the DCU versus Snyder DCEU content that my small channel gets most traction from. While I cover many different topics, those are the ones that most seem interested in. Mr. Phenom won't even admit that for his side. No content or original ideas for the day. Well, time to read a Matt McGloin piece from Cosmic Cope News, then sprinkle on some DCU hate. That's basically the recipe. Add in a dash of checking what Tyrone Magnus is talking about and trying to replicate that a smidgen, and that's where the Mr. Phenom show is currently. Recently, a picture of Zack Snyder at a WB lot on Instagram with no context became another Zack is back story for the cult viewers to eat up. You guys do this every time. Rinse and repeat.
We know Zack's clever. He likes to post hints. He did it with the release of the Snyder cut. And all the haters back then, it's not coming out, it doesn't exist, yada this, yada that. They went in hiding when it actually happened. Same thing's gonna happen when Zack Snyder comes back and finishes his trilogy. I can't wait for the Copomania to be running wild through these bums' veins.
Zack posts the pictures without even suggesting anything related to DC, and you go into Fantasyland making up your own news. There's literally no actual caption suggesting Zack is involved in any capacity with DC movies. He's not under contract to make any new movies. He has no release dates for anything DC related. You bros do this every time he posts any picture. Somehow it's the Faith Alfred Faith moment for you, and ready the armada and fire up more hashtags bat signal. No, it isn't. You are filling in your own blanks with completely made-up, cringe-inducing rumors. If you agree there's room for civil debate, disagreement, please hit the like button of this video. Literally, with the aging SnyderVerse cast, you'd be looking at best at a Henry Cavill Kingdom Come Elseworlds movie as about the only plausible one I can think of. You've got Amy Adams and Ben Affleck pushing 60. We also know Ezra Miller and Jared Leto are probably too toxically associated to the DCEU at this point. You'd be writing around that. Jason Momoa moved on to Lobo and sounds happier doing that than Aquaman. Amber Heard had her own issues too, so she'd be out. There's just nothing to suggest it's viable to bring back the whole verse for more DCEU SnyderVerse Justice League movies. I don't even think the Dark Knight Returns movie idea is that smart. Batman v Superman was already lifting heavily from it. Snyder's kind of been there and done that. Only he added a poor Jesse Eisenberg Lex and basically had Batman meet Superman for the first time and then a death of Superman plot within the same movie. It really wasn't good. Whether you say the Ultimate Edition is better or not, this is a flawed core of movie issues that can't be overcome. The reality is Superman 2025 was a success. Supergirl was a bit off the beaten path and flopped. Yet we still have lots of projects to look forward to. DC feels very good with Peter Safran and James Gunn hard at work on a robust pipeline, says David Zaslav. On the DC side, James is focused on Man of Tomorrow. I saw some pictures yesterday that looked amazing. Actually, yesterday was James's birthday, and he's out working. He's working 16-18 hours a day. It looks fantastic. We're super excited about it. Matt Reeves, I spoke to over the weekend, and he's working very hard on Batman. We have Clayface coming up soon, which looks terrific. We got Lanterns launching in the next few weeks on HBO, which Casey Bloys and Sarah Aubrey are super excited about. So DC feels very good, and we have a robust pipeline. And Peter and James are hard at work. Take a moment to subscribe if you like this type of free-spirited DCU coverage and debate, please. Opinions with respect are welcomed on the hubbub. Back to my opinion, I would say you can't just expect that every project released will be well received and smash the box office or viewing records. A verse is made up of a lot of highs and lows. The DCEU SnyderVerse was a mixed bag. A few bright successes, but a lot of trash. If you stopped at every pile of trash in the SnyderVerse, it never would have got past its starting point. Man of Steel underperformed for its day. In 2013, it did about half or less than the Iron Man sequel that same year. Superman 2025 was a success for its time, as it beat all three Marvel movies. So yes, it was a decent launch, followed by a Supergirl movie that flopped. Man of Tomorrow has a chance to be the largest building block of the new DCU, and up until now, Gunn hasn't even cashed in on Batman yet, as he's giving Matt Reeves the space for his own Batman, which, contrary to belief, he didn't have to do as the CEO. In fact, behind the scenes, Gunn is getting a lot of credit for friendly pressure on Matt Reeves to get the Batman sequel going in order to have space for a DCU Batman. Gunn didn't cancel his Batverse, he accelerated its development. If the Batman 2 Reeves sequel does well, Gunn deserves some credit for helping it move along. Before he was on as CEO, people started to think it was never happening. Thank Gunn, if you're a Batman fan, for essentially holding off his own Batman to get Reeves moving along with his. So those are my thoughts in this reaction and updates video. No SnyderVerse, no problem. With that, it's today's hubbub. If you enjoy a small community vibe of civil DC debating to find some common ground and like entertainment commentary along the way, this channel is for you. You don't have to agree with me either, but hey, we can be civil and have fun with disagreement. Hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell, because free content is freaking awesome. Take care of yourselves and others.